School is the most important thing in your life. And while I hate school, I got a PhD, and I hate school. I hate everything about it. So somebody say, E, if you hate school so much, why you get a PhD? Because I hate school, but I love options. You can have average skill, but you can't have average will. You can't have average will. Like your will has to be phenomenal. You have to see basketball as the gateway. It's like a passport. Basketball is just your way to get in, and then once you get in, boom, then you dominate. So I'm telling you, you're not taking a test because they're giving you the test. You're taking a test that's about to change your life, your mama's life. And I know if you take the test serious, you'll kill it. When you go through your go-through, your siblings are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your friends are watching you. When you go through your go-through, your parents are watching you. And people will use your strength to get through their stuff.
What up? What up? It's your boy E.T. Hey, super excited. Man, let me tell y'all something. We got something for y'all. We're bringing the future to the present podcast, the Extreme Teacher Podcast. We got the future. They all here. They ready to give you their experience. As most of you know, we talked about last week, the Super Bowl experience. We're going to talk about it today from a young person's perspective. So again, we look to inspire you on this episode. Like, there's a reason why you teach. And I think when these young people talk today, you know, it's going to give you that reason to keep coming to the classroom, because this is what it's all about. They're going to provide some nuggets, right? So they're going to say some things that is going to fuel you and give you the information you need to be able to continue to be a blessing to them. And again, this is just a space where, hey, you know, if you need support, you know, we're here to support you. All right. And so let's just get started. I don't know where, Katie, where are we going? It's a lot of young people on. What are we talking about? What's the direction for the day?
Yeah, so last week we got to chat with some of your chaperones that came with us on the trip, and gave them like a chance to share all the good things that they felt like they experienced, and they were so proud of you. Just for a quick recap, if there are new people joining us too, we visited your schools, both of your schools. We have 2 schools joining us here today. Back at the beginning of the fall, and shared some motivation and literacy strategies, and gave you some tangible things to put in your hands and start using for the school year, and encouraged you, hopefully. And then we gave you a checklist, right, students? Some things that we wanted you to do to make sure you handled business this year. You were successful in and out of the classroom, serving your communities, being good leaders at your schools. And Dr. Eric Thomas here said that he would take you to the Super Bowl if you completed the checklist, which is pretty incredible, right? So those of you that are here with us, plus another group of your fellow students, right? They did that. You joined us in the fall at school. You completed your checklist, and you just wrapped up a really, hopefully you feel like life-changing, amazing experience that you got to join us on a trip out to California. So we want to hear from you guys on your experience. Maybe can I first ask you to each tell us a little bit about your experience when we came to your school first? Like, what was your takeaway from that? What was helpful? Or what were your thoughts after you had that visit at your school back in the fall? Jaden, I'm going to throw it to you. You want to start out for us?
Yeah, I'll start off. You know, when y'all came to our school in the fall, it was just like, it was crazy, because it was like unbelievable to like have somebody offer you a chance to go to the Super Bowl if you completed everything. You know, it was a task to do, but it was worth it.
And what was the task? Why don't you share with them? What were the things that you felt like you worked hard at to accomplish this year?
The task was really keeping our attendance up, our grades, you know, keeping a good attitude throughout school, showing up to our classes on time, and getting our work done.
Wasn't that difficult? Probably, right?
Nah.
Now you're going to do it forever, and it's no big deal. Very good. Awesome. Hey, somebody else jump in. Charleston, tell us maybe your thoughts, and then Zamani can jump in and share too.
All right, so my thoughts on when y'all first came and did the playbook presentation. It was great, especially the part about reading, expanding your vocabulary. It got me thinking about reading more books so I can expand more, so I can actually talk to many others without using cuss words or anything like that. So that's what I took from it.
And then for me, it helped me out a lot, because getting the playbooks ourselves, and having the to-do list in there, it helped me out a lot because somebody who has to do a lot in a day, but I'm very unorganized. So that allowed me to have something set like already written out for me, so I could write out my planner and my to-do list that day. And like I even set timestamps so I could make sure like I knew how long it was going to take me, so I could get everything done and over with and stay organized. And a lot of time, like Charleston said, I put reading on there too.
I love it. How many of you used a planner before we came to visit? Like you already had been using a planner? Anybody? I like the honesty here. Okay, so when she said we gave them the playbook was actually a physical planner that we designed to be really helpful for you. So how many of you then you used the planner afterwards and felt like it was helpful, right? Everybody, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I love that you use the checklist. You're going to be like making to-do lists all the time now, right? I love it. And Charleston, you mentioned books. So now you know I'm going to put you on the spot to tell us, what did you read this year?
All right. So I read a book. I forgot the name. I think it was actually called Playbook. No, it's called Knockout. It was about a football player, and football causes injuries sometimes. So he was at a camp or whatever. They full padded, and he goes to the hole and get hit hard and gets put in a coma. So basically, they was going through the process of the concussion phases, and then when he came out, he had a big old crowd waiting for him.
A good book.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you're going to keep finding other good books that you're super interested in. I love it. All right, Daviante, we're going to throw it over to you. You tell us about your experience.
My experience with y'all coming to the high school, it was unbelievable. I wanted to take advantage of it and make sure I completed everything, do my book, my planner, grades, attendance, all that. So make sure it was a life-changing experience. Yeah.
I love it. Thanks for sharing. And Aaron's over there. Aaron, you helped lead the playbook stuff. I don't know if you want to jump in and share anything with these guys or have questions for them before we ask them about their trip.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say kudos to you all for actually, doing what was set out for you to do in order to be selected for the trip. I don't know if y'all remember when I was there speaking at your school specifically. I remember Benton Harbor, and I was like, look, this may seem easy, but to do it consistently every single day isn't easy. To do it for 1 day or 2 days can be simple, but to actually, hold it down from the fall. I think we came in like, I don't even know what month it was, maybe September, October or something. And to, basically follow through with that for 3 months straight is no easy task. So just shout out to y'all for holding it down consistently. Cause like I said, to do it for a week, it's not that challenging, but to do it over any duration of time as y'all have, is something to shout out for sure.
Definitely. And I'm sure you inspired the people around you too, your classmates seeing you do that, right? So there's power in you doing the right thing and people around you seeing that and feeling inspired to do the right thing too. So that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. We're so proud of you guys. So you did all the work. You earned the trip. Somebody tell us a little bit about your experience. This will play several weeks after, but we're just recording here only a little bit out from you being back home. So somebody jump in and tell us a little bit about your Super Bowl experience trip.
The experience was like, it was great. Like knowing that this place is out there like that it was motivational. It pushes me to get there one day. Maybe playing the Super Bowl one day or go to a Super Bowl. It's a lot different from home. That pushed me to actually get there one day.
Jaden, let me ask you a question. So, had you ever been to Cali? Did you say you had been there?
Yeah, I've been to Cali before.
You said you was in Frisco or something like that. Didn't you tell me you were
Yeah.
like northern? So I know you had never been to LA, and you hear all these big things about LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how was it compared? Like, what you had in your mind compared to what you actually saw? Because you always got these thoughts of what something looks like, but when you actually got to LA and saw like all the action, all the hustle and bustle of the city, how did that? Was that what you expected, or was it more than what you expected? Less, whatever it was.
I believe it was more. It was more than what I expected. It was a lot more than what I expected. It was just all busy and it was crowded and packed and it was just a big city.
Right.
Like, it was a true vibe.
Dope. I love it. He said it was a true vibe.
I think that too.
I love it. I love it. Good. I love it. You know, for you guys, of course, you know, there was the preparation, you know, there was the trip there, there was a trip home, there was the hotel, you know, Dave and Buster's, you know, Airbnb, you know, there was the physical game, the Super Bowl experience. You know, which of those experiences do you think had the most impact on you?
I'd say for me personally, the overall experience had the most impact because
Okay.
I know when I was talking to Charleston, the ride there, we were talking about how like we only see Cali or like certain parts of Cali, like GTA or like in the movies and stuff.
Right,
So
right.
even if it wasn't like more than I expected, it still was like surreal being there because it's you'd never expect yourself to actually be in those situations. So for me, like the part that had the most impact was like talking to everybody, meeting new people. I know I was definitely excited at the halftime show for sure,
Yeah.
but just being able to go out there and live like the dream of a lot of other people, or being out in the big city, like a place that a lot of people, including myself, have always wanted to go. Like just being there in general was definitely a great experience to me. And then adding on to that, everything we did out there just made it like 100 times better.
You know, that's crazy that you say that. I remember the first time I did the Hollywood tours, right? And next time when we're there, we'll get a chance to do that. It's just so much was going on because of the Super Bowl. But we did like the Hollywood tours, and it was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air crib. It was like, oh, I watched that on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, there it go right there. Or Insecure, you know, you go past, you know, that apartment complex with the number on there. It's like, oh, that's it right there. Or for me, Boys in the Hood, when we was like, first time we went Crenshaw, Compton, and they like, yo, this the street, that's the car wash that this scene was. I was like, oh, wow, that's Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? So definitely surreal when you see things on the movies or you read things or you watch sitcoms and you like physically there. You know, I remember when they did Martin, and it was like Detroit. They show like the buildings in Detroit, you know, by Belle Isle. And I was like, oh, I've been there. So definitely. All right, somebody else talk to us. What's of all of those, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 things we did, you know, which one are you like, man, I'm gonna remember that one forever?
The Super Bowl in general, that's
Okay.
somewhere I want to be in the future. So
Yeah.
and being in Cali, it was different. So yeah.
How was the game
Your
itself?
team lose,
It was-
Beyonce?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We're gonna bounce back.
Okay. They
But-
definitely gonna bounce back. What did you like about the physical game? Stadium, the seating arrangements.
It was loud. It was loud. And the seats were nice. Even when you were high up, it was nice.
Yeah, because you got the big, whatever you call that,
the big
Jumbotron boys, whatever that is. Yeah, so it's like, even though, you know, wherever you're sitting, you know, especially in Dallas Cowboy Stadium, it's like wherever you're sitting, you're really watching the Jumbotron screen anyway, because, you know, you could kind of see from every angle. So good. So you physically being at the game was your thing. And you know what? Like, I've been to the Super Bowl because I worked for the NFL Experience. So that was the first time I went, maybe about 5-6 years ago. But, you know, the Super Bowl never gets played out. Like, you know, like you might go to a game, and maybe it's me because I'm in Detroit, but like you might go to a game and it's like some games are hyper than others, but the Super Bowl is always, you know, like Super Bowl. And a lot of people call me, a lot of my friends, like even CP3, he was like, how many people you take to the Super Bowl? he was shocked. Like, that's Super Bowl. Like, Super Bowl costs a lot of money. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it. I just know that I've been exposed to a lot of things and it's changed my life, you know, getting exposure. So I just want to help, you know, other people. So that's good. The actual Super Bowl. All right. So who else we got?
I think
Zamani
Charleston.
was about to do something. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Jaden. Then Charleston will jump in after you.
Charleston, okay.
You know, the biggest impact on the trip, it had to be the game, because like seeing the stadium and all the fans and, you know, the players, everything there was just unbelievable. Like I couldn't picture myself there.
Wow.
But one day I feel like I'm gonna be there one day.
Don't forget about us. Get us tickets. Get us tickets for our students. You know what I'm saying? Look out for us. Good.
Go ahead, Charleston.
I say I say what had the best thing that had the best experience on me was actually being at the game, seeing everybody and the different team. You got the Rams. You got basically every team. Everybody was winning almost, but just watching the game, seeing from a different perspective on since you've been watching it on TV for so long. Now you're actually in person, so that was the best thing for real. And then as a little kid, you play a lot of games from little league to high school to college, and even if you make it to the NFL, to actually be there, you know. So that was my favorite part.
You know, that's definitely and it could have been in Chicago, it could have been in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And so the fact that it was in LA, I thought was smooth because I mean it's a lot of I think Texas is a nice stadium as well, but I wanted y'all to see the water in San Diego, the boats, that's a different, you know what I'm saying? Like when you from the city, regardless of where you from, if you from Lansing, you've been to Detroit, you from Benton Harbor, whatever, you might have been to Detroit, Chicago. For those who from Chicago, you've seen a city before. You've seen a big city, but the water, like that's a different swag. The boats, being out on the harbor, you know what I'm saying? The palm trees, the good weather in February. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not used to that kind of weather in February, being from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So good. All right. So what would you tell other students now that you've gone and you've experienced this and there are other students who didn't and you know how they feel about school, what would be your takeaway to other students?
All right, my takeaway for other students is I tell them get their job done in the classroom and build your connections, because that's key. Because if you don't have those, like, and you're just by yourself, you probably won't make it as far. So building connections and getting your work done in the classroom.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Like making the connections and making sure you get your work done, especially for the seniors, because it's crunch time for us. So it's best to just get your work done and out the way now, so that you can go live your dream. Because I know I personally want a career out of the major I'm going to do in college. So it's like right now, making sure I keep my grades right, making sure that I'm getting my connections so that I can tell these colleges like, hey, I've done this, I've done that, to be able to get that experience and get that chance. And then plus the networking, it gets you so far in life without having to, of course, having to do the work, but it also lets you see other people and lets you see the world without having to work as hard, but knowing that you did exactly what you were supposed to do and to get there.
Yeah, I love it. That's good. That's good. That's good. Jaden, talk to me.
Yeah, things I would tell like my classmates and stuff, like just stay on top of your game, like do everything you can to be successful. Like, you never know who watching. Even the small things, the little things count. The little things can contribute to the big things one day. So yeah, I just tell people like stay on your game, stay on top of your stuff, always be positive. Don't go down the wrong direction, because that's not what you want.
Yeah.
I love it so much. You said you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I tell my 5-year-old all the time that integrity means you do the right thing even when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
So I love that you guys are feeling like that. Like, hey, I did the right thing. Opportunities open sometimes, often when you're doing the right thing. So I'm so glad that you're feeling that.
Can I ask a question? So I want to ask, since y'all are talking about your classmates, I know that Daviante and Jaden, I saw a media interview y'all had right before y'all left. And then Sexton, I know you all were in the paper too, and there was like a little band playing as y'all walked out. And I mean, it was like a lot of hype around y'all actually, being the one selected for these trips. And then even when you got back, I saw Mr. Miller send me a huge article in the newspaper with you all's picture on the front of the paper and all that. So
right?
I like y'all are like celebrities in your city now. So I want to know about like, what the feedback has been since you've got back.
The stardom. Stardom.
What's the new fame and stardom like, guys? Or, just kind of what have your classmates been asking you about, the trip, or even when you got selected and they knew you were going, like, what was the feedback from everybody, around you? And I'll let whoever start, maybe Jaden, if you want to go ahead. But
like when I came back, it was a lot of people just, oh, how was LA? How was LA? Like, did you enjoy? Like everybody was all in my face, talking like how was? I know you had fun. I wish I would have went all that, and I just felt like, dang, that was really me that went, and that was crazy because it could have been anybody, and it was me.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody else want to come on? Y'all
Devontae?
now. Let's hear it.
It was basically what Jada was going through. We go to the same school, so they was just like, dang, is he coming back? You think we're gonna go back again? I was like, you just gotta stay on your A game. Just make sure you stay on your stuff. You never know. He might come back, might not. But yeah, they was just asking us how it was. It was hot, warm, all that.
Nice.
Good. I love it. Hey, for my seniors though, hey, y'all may have to be chaperones next year. You feel me?
I think are you all seniors, this group?
No.
Not quite. Okay.
Charleston and Zamani.
Two of you, I think.
But when we got ready to leave, I felt like a celebrity because it was so funny being like I'm known in the school, but I'm not like super known. So it's like it's like when everyone found out, because we didn't say anything when we first got selected because it's a big thing and we were just keeping it hush hush at first. But when everyone found out, everyone was talking about how they wish they could go, how they wanted to go instead, how like they would have enjoyed it and stuff. So having the band playing for us to leave, that just made it 10 times better. Having the limo to the airport, the limo back, it was amazing. We was riding in class the entire weekend and getting back. My coaches asking how the trip went, classmates asking how the trip went, teachers, everyone saying we rich as we went. I had 4 people FaceTime me during the game just to see from my point of view how the game was. So our phones died from everybody asking for pictures and stuff. It was amazing because it's like we're living like a dream that everybody else wish they could do. So it was like being the messenger to like explaining them from firsthand, like as somebody they know and they're close with that's like them. It was pretty cool being the person to be able to tell them like, yeah, I did this. You could do it too if you push yourself.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Being the messenger. Yeah. That's what I was hoping you were about to say. Like that gives you an opportunity to tell others to do the right thing. I love it.
You feel me? Charleston, talk to me.
Yo, all right. So, like she said, feel like a celebrity riding in a limo to Detroit, and then riding in a limo in Cali. So basically, all eyes was on us, like Tupac.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All eyes, everybody that went. So that was the great thing about it. And then everybody got Snapchat, so we posted on Snapchat, and I got younger classmen that I'm cool with. So they over here like, dang, bro, I wish I could have went. I'm like, bro, get your work done, man. Be there eventually.
I feel like a role model at that point.
I feel like a role model at that point.
You feel me?
Yeah, I love it. You were role models on the trip too, because there were younger students from your school district that were there, and you guys stepped up and were leaders. And of course, they were already doing a great job, is why they were selected as well. But those younger ones, you guys kind of took under your wing and got to play leaders during that trip too, I saw. So
that's big. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Anything you guys want to tell us, like the next Super Bowl experience, like, hey, y'all should do this, or you know what I'm saying? What y'all got for us? It's like, oh, we did everything, we good. Or it's like, man, we should have did, you know what I'm saying?
We did everything, but one thing that really got to me was the traveling. It was a lot of traveling, like riding the bus, and the plane rides was real long. But other than that, I feel like everything was perfect. Everything went smooth. Yeah, it was.
Well, next year is not as far, but it's still far. It's in Phoenix next year.
Yeah.
AZ.
Yeah.
I want to know what's next for you guys. So we talked about the past this school year, right? You worked hard. You're feeling proud of yourself right now. You just had an experience that helped you to feel like there are rewards and opportunities when you do the right thing. I love that you talked about reading. You talked about using a planner. and sharing those experiences with others too, to encourage them. But what's next for you looking ahead now?
What's next for me is signing the papers to go to college and get this degree. You feel me? Computer science.
Let's go.
And that's the same for
Love
me.
it.
Making sure I've gotten a few acceptance letters so far, but the one I'm definitely looking at enrolling in is Savannah College of Art and Design to major in industrial design and expand my business. So definitely big things I'm excited to do. Definitely trying to enroll in as many scholarships as I can, because private schools ain't no joke.
And what's the
At
school
all.
you said? Savannah?
Scat.
College of Art and Design.
In the neighborhood. Well, in Michigan, yeah.
Love
No,
it.
that's Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah. It's in Savannah, Georgia?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's you haven't heard from them yet?
I've gotten an acceptance. I've gotten acceptance from them. I think that's the only HBCU I actually applied to, but I applied to a lot of private schools. And that's one of the 5 acceptances that I got so far.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah. All right, we'll reach out to you. Yeah. All right. Who we
How
got?
about you guys, Jade and Daviante? What's next for you?
What grade are y'all sophomores?
I'm a junior.
I'm a sophomore.
Junior, okay.
Yeah. What's next for me? I just want to focus on finishing school, completing everything successfully, hoping I can go far with sports and stuff. But if that don't work, then I always have a backup plan. I just want to go to college, get a degree, get a job that's successful. I really want to major in cognitive science, sports management, physical therapy, all that.
Yeah, just basically stay on top of my grades still, go to the next level. Yeah, what's next?
Good. I love it. I love it.
And here's the real challenge though. Well, it's not even a challenge. Is and I talked about this on the podcast last week. I was saying, y'all kind of saw something at the end of the tunnel. Hey, if I handle my business, then the Super Bowl trip is potential, opportunity there. But the challenge for you all, and not even just in school, just in life, is having the ability to keep doing the work when it's not a specific thing right there waiting for you at the end. Just you actually believing and trusting that as long as I grind and do what I'm supposed to do, then there is something there, even when you don't know exactly what it is. You did know exactly what it was with this, but hopefully this showed you like, hey, at the end of hard work, there is a reward. Now, whether you know exactly what that reward is or not, who knows, depending on the situation. But that's my challenge to you all, regardless of if ET's at your school, regardless if ET's offering you a trip to the Super Bowl or another country or whatever it might be, are you still going to be motivated to go out and do what you got to do, which I think everybody on here is.
Absolutely.
After talking with you all, I really believe that. But that's just a question and a challenge that I give to you all as well.
Yeah, and let me ask you guys this question: what do you feel like we can do to help support you? So we did the Super Bowl experience, and that was the reason why I did it, is because we are human, and humans do better, when they have something in front of them. And it's funny because people will say that about kids, but even grown people, do better when they have something in front of them. And to Train's point, some of us know how to find that thing on our own. Some of us create it for others. And so it is going to be in your best interest if you can learn how to find that, right? If you can learn how to on your own go, man, if I do this, this can happen. If I do this. But what do you think now that we're waiting for the next Super Bowl? What do you think are some things that we can do to help you guys and even your peers, people in your school, to help you to get to that place of, all right, let me handle my business, and do what I need to do? What kind of help do you think you guys need from us ongoing, not just, the big trips? If we were in your school regularly, how could we help you?
I say communicating with us, because I don't know. I think I do better when more people is on my tail rather than myself. So as long as people communicate with me more than what I do with myself, then I'll be fine. And I'll stay on top of everything.
Good. And by communicating, you just mean somebody talking to you once or
Yep.
twice a week about your dreams. Good. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, I love it.
Goals this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. I
I
love
agree
it.
with them on that one too. Because even though I know I have my set plan, I talk to a lot of seniors who still don't know what they want to do after high school, and that's okay. But I know like to help out is just helping them find that goal, like helping them find what passions they might have that's hidden. Because some people like they have no plan, but as long as they have like a set goal and like helping them to find that, helping them to like stay encouraged to reach that, definitely would help, especially for the seniors or any high schoolers who are not sure. Like I know that just encouraging them to at least find something, even if it's like short term. And then once they reach that short term goal, like find another goal. Just keep setting yourself goals just so that you give yourself something that you want to reach for.
Good. Love it.
So good.
One thing I feel like everybody should keep doing is keep us motivated, because it's easy for someone to get unmotivated quick. Like you can do the wrong thing and get unmotivated and want to give up on everything. But as long as you motivated, I feel like that motivation can take you anywhere and everywhere you want to go successfully.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, somebody just pushing you, talking to you all the time, letting you know when you're doing right and wrong. You know, just staying on top of your head all the time.
Good. I love it. And what do you guys feel like you need the most motivation in? Is it like mental and emotional toughness, academics, finding, ways to make money? Like, what do you guys feel like is the top, things that you need support in?
Let's see. I say like more emotional, not emotional, but yeah,
Yeah, emotional. I got you. Yeah.
toughness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Getting through them tough times.
I feel like mental and emotional toughness can help, because like you got your mental right, everything fall in place.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
good.
mental. Yeah, mental. He
That's
said
good.
it.
Yeah. Zamani, what you think?
I definitely agree with the mental and emotional toughness because, like you said, once you get your mental right, everything else fall into place. Because it's kind of hard to have your finances and your academics straight if you not happy or if you're not mentally and emotionally aware.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. All right. That's it. That's it for me. I will tell you guys, I'm grateful for each one of you.
Me too.
You had a lot of people who had a chat. I didn't put no number on it. I never put a number on it. I didn't say 40, 50. I didn't put a number. I just was like, yo, whoever do what they supposed to do, I'm going to find a way to make it work, And so I thank those of you who did it, because like you made me believe that this is a worthwhile program, and now you know how it is. Y'all know how it is because y'all went to the Super Bowl. Like when, a lot of people didn't think it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people like you might have felt like, that ain't gonna happen, but you still, you did what you needed to do just in case it did happen. Right. And so when you got back, a lot of people were like, man, it really happened, and so they were shocked. Same thing for me. A lot of my boys in the league was like, oh, E, you really took them. You're like, oh, you really did it. Oh, I'm going to support you next year. Hey, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? So for me, y'all helped me to show the world, like, yo, I'm serious about helping young people. And so I've been getting texts, bro, from some powerful people like, man, E, keep doing the good you're doing out in the world. And that's helpful for me because the more good I do, the more people who are influential and who are in power, whatever can help me out. So like I said, next year it's in Arizona. If CP3 is still, I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, you know what I'm saying? But if it's in Arizona, he's still in Arizona. He's still playing with Arizona, you know what I'm saying? And they win the championship this year, it's just going to be a way sweeter hookup, because I'll keep y'all in Arizona because LA is like, for real, if you've never been there before, it's a lot going on in LA, especially now, and so y'all safety is important to me, so we won't have to travel. We go to Arizona. Phoenix is not like that. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll get an opportunity just to enjoy that area, but we're going to get first class treatment, because CP3 is another, like birds of a feather flock together. If you watch CP3, like he's another one of those guys that uses his influence and his, money to help. He's doing a lot for HBC schools right now. I don't know if y'all saw it, but during the All-Star game, they had, HBC played against each other. That's huge, on national TV, scholarships, whatever. So by the grace of God, it's going to be on a whole nother level, So you guys helped me. You helped me in that I was able to pay it forward. So maybe, nobody take me to the Super Bowl, but what they did for me was a Super Bowl experience for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, now that I've been blessed, I want to pay it forward. A lot of people told me, man, you probably shouldn't go all the way to LA. Maybe you should take them to like Cleveland for the All-Star game. Like, that's a long way. Somebody could get hurt. Anything could happen. And so the fact that you guys behaved, and you did the right thing, and you got there safe, you got home safe. I ain't have to be on the news. ET took some kids to Super Bowl. They were acting a fool, or they got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you didn't stain my record, so you made the program look phenomenal. So for that, I thank you guys. It's nothing like good behaved kids. And, just to keep it 100, y'all not corny. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been like, he only took corny kids to the Super Bowl. Nobody would have been impressed by that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I took, you know what I'm saying? Real live, young people, who, like you said, popular in your school, playing sports, whatever. So I just want to thank y'all personally. And a lot of people are going to get behind me and back me. And I got empirical evidence now. I got pictures, I've got podcasts, I've got the interview we did, like I have empirical evidence that it happened, it worked. I got data to show we really did it. And we got receipts, you know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for you guys. And I just pray that our relationship would not end with the Super Bowl. But as long as this organization is in existence, myself and those who work with me are going to support me in helping you guys, get to that level that you guys desire to get to.
Yeah. And the impact you should think also about for all the kids that will be impacted in the future is happening because of what he just said, because you did the right thing. Once we got there, you represented your schools and your families so well. You should be very proud of yourselves. And many, many more students are going to be impacted in the future because of the foundation that you helped us lay this time around.
Let's get it. Trey, how'd you feel about it? Y'all don't know, Trey been doing this for years, Trey was with the Boys and Girls Club, the whole nine. So he was an athlete himself, worked with athletes, so you've done a lot, Trey. How did this compare to some of the stuff you've done?
Oh, I've never taken a group of kids to the Super Bowl, so I can't compare that. But
you had they had soccer tournaments, you know what I'm saying?
We have been on a ton of college tours where we actually did take a bunch of students, across different states, across the country, really. But the one thing I will echo, E, that you said already, which I 1,000% agree with, was the kids and their energy, their attitudes, their behavior. Like, I've never went on a full trip and not had to like pull a kid to the side and have that small coming to Jesus moment with them. Like, hey, no, I don't want to have mom or dad come get you way out here in DC, you know what I mean? Or wherever we were. And when I say we didn't even get close to that point,
never a single time.
Like, and if it was something, it was just like, hey guys, give me a moment, let us finish talking. Something super minor, and immediately it was over with. So I just want to, commend you all on that too. Really representing your schools, really representing your families, your whole communities. So when they got back, and I was seeing all these articles in the papers, and sometimes you see some stuff written up, and it's like, that kind of didn't go down exactly like that. Like, to know that exactly what they were saying, like, these kids earned this trip, all these other great things about you guys. I was like, man, that's a perfect representation of exactly what happened. So for that, I just want to say thank you as well, as ET did that. For real, y'all held it down. And like E said, y'all were some cool kids too, even with, obviously the Ben Harbor kids, we were talking sports a lot. Obviously, these were student athletes. So generally we were talking about sports, just fun. Zamani doing backflips into the pool, Charleston talking about his basketball season and all that good stuff. It was just like, man, it was a group of really fun kids that, as E said, wasn't corny. And, it was a true representation of the type of kids, students we were looking to take.
Love it.
Absolutely. We can't wait to see what's next for you guys. Go read some really good books.
Yeah, right. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just say that, yeah.
Handle your business.
guys.
Yeah, but to my college students, you know, we'll talk to you guys offline. We're going to do as much as we can to support you guys in college. As most of you may or may not know, when I worked at Michigan State, I was an academic advisor, and that was a big part of my life, is making sure that the kids who came to school, you got the right counsel on sequences of classes. You got the right resources on campus so you can immerse yourself in that culture, and then resources financially. We met your parents, you know, so it was, we did a program called The Advantage, which we still do, because I'm committed. It wasn't because of Michigan State. I'm committed to youth, you know, and so we want to stay in touch with our those who are seniors going off to college, and, you know, and help you in any way we can to make that happen, because going to school does make a difference, right? So, all right.